Remember to click subscribe and notification button for more Appa's video.
Cooking Appa.
Hi, this is Cooking Appa. Appa will be uploading minimum 4 videos every week, namely on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday and Sunday. You're going to see new Appa's videos on at 7 p.m. Malaysian time. Okay, and for the past 2.5 years, Appa has uploaded over 600 over cooking videos, which you can actually go and take a look when you have time. Now, today Appa is going to make a soup because recently in Kuala Lumpur the weather has been rather extreme. It's either rainy, very rain, keep on raining, or the next day will become super hot. So because of the weather, I decided to make a nutritious soup which can help to smooth my family's body. Yeah, so this is actually the idea is actually coming from Johor Bahru, from a very famous steamboat. And this steamboat is actually sometimes they will either use fish head, garupa fish head, or they will use pomfret fish. Okay, so I happen to have one Chinese pomfret with me today. So Chinese pomfret, basically the meat is very sweet, very tender, and it will make the soup very nutritious also later. Okay, so I have the whole fish cut into chunks. Then let's look at how to make the soup base. It's actually very simple. We will start with 1 bowl of chicken stock. Then of course the veggie will go in later. And I also have some fresh coriander, few pieces of ginger. This is the fresh coriander roots. Okay, do not throw away the fresh coriander roots here. The fresh coriander roots is actually, it has few functions in this particular soup. Firstly, it is very fragrant. Secondly, it can actually help to remove part of the fishiness from your fish or any of your seafood. Okay, so do not throw away the coriander roots. I got 1 core coming in, never mind. And then I have some fried garlic here. You can use fresh garlic as well, no problem. Appa is lazy to cut garlic today. So I have this one, I have some, what do you call this? This is seaweed, yeah? Seaweed, 紫菜. This is the 紫菜. Don't put too much, okay? Because it doesn't look a lot here, but the moment when you put it inside, because this is the dried one, the dried seaweeds, Chinese type, yeah, Chinese type dried seaweeds. The moment you put it inside the soup, it will expand a lot. So don't put so much, okay? This is good enough. And then I have 1 spring onion here. It's supposed to cut everything in about this length. I accidentally chopped some of it here, so this is a mistake. You don't have to chop it. You should leave it in about 5-6 centimeters each, okay? But I don't want to waste it, so I'm just going to continue putting in. So let's start making this very nice soup. Oh, by the way, you can also put some tofu, you can put some mushroom, yeah, to make this dish a lot more varieties. But because today my mother-in-law already made some nyang tofu, yeah, some stuffed tofu there, so I'm not going to put in other thing. Let's start. You can put some oil here, you can use vegetable oil, but today, just to make it more fragrant, I'm going to start with putting in some garlic oil. This is totally optional. Like I mentioned, very tight. Wow. Put in some garlic oil here, right? About 1 to 2 tablespoons to start with. And we're going to, let me on the fire. Of course, there's no fire on my electric stove. This is induction actually. We want to saute the ginger slice and also the fresh coriander. So just saute for a minute or two before we continue. We'll come back shortly. Alright, Immediately it's very fragrant because I'm using garlic oil to start with. Then we can actually put in the spring onion. Let me double check your angle. Okay, still very clear, good. Super fragrant right now. You can now put in your chicken stock. Always make extra chicken stock at home, okay? Our Appa always have chicken stock, pork broth, everything at home, sitting in my freezer. Of course, it's definitely not enough, so I'm going to add in some hot water. How to measure? Well, basically, this is going to be a soup. So, if you have, like mine, I have 3 adults, so I'm going to prepare about 3 bowls of water here. And let's bring this to a boil. Before we continue, we will come back shortly. Okay, it is now boiling. I've actually put a bit of sprinkle a little bit of salt on top of my tao dai just now, right? The Chinese pomfret. So I'm going to put in the fish. It will only probably take about 5 minutes around, plus minus 5 to 7 minutes to fully cook. And you don't have to tune down the fire. Keep it on high heat. And let it boil for probably about 5 minutes or maybe even lesser because it's already fish chunks. It's no longer whole fish. If it's whole fish, probably about 5 minutes, at least 5 to 7. This is fish chunks, probably slightly less than that. So again, I'm going to let this cook for about maybe only 4 to 5 minutes. Then we will continue from there. Alright, this is about 4 minutes. Actually, by looking at the fish, beautiful whitish color, it is already cooked. If you see all this white foam, you can use a sieve to skim it away, just to make your soup look even nicer. If you leave it there, it's fine. It's perfectly fine. Okay, now we are going to do some final seasoning. This dish is almost done. So let's give it a bit of Shaoxing wine. If you don't take wine, just don't take alcohol. Just forget about it. Okay, a bit of Shaoxing wine. A little bit of salt. Half teaspoon of salt. I always put lesser salt. And then where is the fish sauce? I'm going to put a little bit of fish sauce, but if you don't like fish sauce, you can totally optional, don't have to put. And fish sauce is very salty, so just going to put a little bit. And then remember we have the fried garlic. This will make your soup even more fragrant. This is the dried seaweed. You will look at it expanding shortly. Of course, we have some accidentally chopped onion, spring onion. And actually for this dish, you should put a lot of fresh coriander, but because my wife doesn't like coriander, so I will keep the other half for my own bowl of soup later. If not, my wife will be complaining. It's almost done. See, the seaweed immediately expanded. And few dashes of white pepper. Done. Ta-da! See how simple it is for home cooking? Right. Very beautiful. You can serve, if you have steamboat pot at home, you can serve this like a steamboat and you can eat it, put in even some sliced meat or what, up to you, like how you would eat a steamboat. Treat this as a steamboat soup base. Done. Beautiful dish, very simple, but it will smooth all. It's very hearty and it will smooth all your family's members' bodies. Okay, thank you very much for watching Appa's video. If you like my video, do share my video on your Facebook to your friends. Come to Cooking Appa Facebook fan page to click like and follow button. Follow Appa on Instagram and subscribe to Cooking Appa YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Bye bye.